All right, so today's question is going to be, what are some things that you should check on your car before taking a long road trip?
A long road trip. We're talking like several hours, hundreds of miles, thousands of miles.
We're talking hundreds of miles.
All right, so I'm going to Pennsylvania to Outer Banks or something like that. Gosh,
You're going
8,
somewhere
9, 10
far.
hour road trip.
Yep, you got a family road trip, and you do not want to be stranded on the side of the road with your little ones, right? What are some things that you want to check off to make sure that your car is all set and ready to go?
Obviously, you want to top off all your fluids, windshield washer fluid, you're going to do a complete inspection of your tires, make sure you can't see any visual wear or sometimes you'll have a nail in there that's got a slight leak, but you haven't really noticed it because it's only losing 2 or 3 pounds every couple of weeks. But yeah, if that's the case, if it's in the tread of the vehicle or the tread of the tire, you can have that patched versus if it's something in the sidewall like a bubble or something like that. You definitely don't want to be driving higher speeds with a damaged tire on the sidewall. Obviously, probably want to ahead of your trip, get a fresh oil change or do your own oil changes, get that done, oil, filter, top off all your fluids, make sure you're good to go for a road trip. I also like to make sure that you do have either a jump box or jumper cables and a roadside emergency kit. Would consist of rather flashlight, maybe road flare, the little triangular thing that you put up behind your car, so people can see you at night if you have to pull over, change a tire. A lot of vehicles nowadays don't come with spare tires because of run flats. Might not be a bad idea to put a can of Fix-A-Flat into your roadside kit if you don't have a spare tire. And then always, depending on what time of the year you're traveling, if you're going to be going through a northern region where there's bad weather, you want to make sure you have blankets, maybe even a means to start a fire, and just anything, and some water, of course, you're going to want to have with you. You never know if there's going to be a car pile up, you're going to get stuck on the highway. Just like the Boy Scouts used to say, always be prepared. You don't want to be in a jam and not have means to eat and drink if you get stuck in an extended period of time, maybe like a flash snowstorm or something like that.
That is a great answer. I think all of those things are super important to have in your car, especially when you're going on a road trip. And you know what else? I'm thinking also a gas canister.
I mean, gas it's one of those things, like if you have a pickup or something, but I get a little bit nervous traveling with a gas can in my car. I know there's a huge gas tank strapped to the bottom, but if you should happen to get rear-ended and all of a sudden like that gas goes all over the inside of your vehicle, you could be asking for problems that weren't necessarily that you weren't expecting. But yeah, I get a little bit nervous traveling with a can of fuel in the trunk of my vehicle. But it's, I guess, not a bad idea. If I was going on a Jeep Safari, you always see the four-wheelers where they have the gas cans actually strapped to the back of their SUV or Jeep or whatever you might have. But those are in steel cans as opposed to a little plastic jug. But it would be nice, like you said, if you do happen to run out on the roadside. But do yourself a favor. If you're close and you see next fuel station 120 miles and you're down to a quarter tank, stop there.